Good morning, everyone. Welcome to this week's weekly market view for Monday, the 13th of Jan 2025, the 17th of Jan, Friday 2025. My name is Vishal. Let's get started. All right, so we are going to start with the higher time frame chart. Let's start off with the monthly chart of the Nifty. And as you can currently see that the current market price of the Nifty is 23,200. We are seeing a little bit of bearishness coming into the Nifty right now, but there is no clear level of demand on the monthly chart. Therefore, now we are going to move to the weekly chart of the Nifty. And as you can clearly see on the weekly chart of the Nifty, we had this level of demand here, and price did come here for the first time, give a nice bounce, went into this supply, and now we have come back into this area of demand. We do have a violation of this level here, but because of this long wick that is present over here, there could be significant amount of demand actually lying below this area here. So at any given point in time now, because we have new supply zones created on the weekly chart, so we have this new level of supply, which is this drop-based drop, and since it has more or less taken out this level of demand, there is a possibility that in the coming days we could see the price retracing back towards these levels, and then probably heading strongly towards the lows that were created on election day. All right. So things are not looking extremely positive for the Nifty yet. Yes, we could possibly get a little bit of a bounce, but that bounce will more or less be taken into adding more short. If we go on to the daily chart, um, we had this level of supply on the weekly, and then price again gave us a bounce, came into this drop-based drop level, and now has created a new low. Now, usually when price breaks a strong support or strong resistance, more or less the technical analysis look at it in a way where the price from the opposite side will come back and retest it as a resistance to move further down. All right, so we might also expect to see the same thing. And in case if the price does bounce, it might tend to retrace towards this area over here, which is this drop-based drop, and then might continue to move further to the downside. So right now we are more or less at the very um, lows of the market, and we could expect to see a bounce, but this bounce might taken into another selling to the downside, and then prices might come and possibly stall towards this area over here. So this is what we are seeing on the chart at, at the moment right now with respect to the Nifty. All right, let's move our focus now from the Nifty to the Bank Nifty. So on the Bank Nifty, if we go on to the higher time frame chart, let's go to the monthly chart first. If you go to the monthly chart of Bank Nifty has also been more or less correcting as of now from a very strong trend to the upside. If you look at the weekly chart, for the very first time now, we have a new weekly supply zone created on the Bank Nifty, and this level looks like a very strong level because it has also broken a very strong support. So if there is any retracement towards this level into this area, this might again lead to a further downside. Now we have a level of demand sitting below all these lows over here. So if you can see this wick price just barely came in, touched the wick and moved to the upside. So any movement on the Bank Nifty towards the upper level, that is 50,500 to 52,000, will probably induce more selling, and the prices are more likely to either remain sideways for a bit, or then there might be more selling pressure coming in, which will force the price towards coming towards this weekly level of demand. So this is how um, the picture of demand and supply is telling us that this could happen possibly with the price at the moment, right? If we move on to the daily chart, more or less we see a similar scenario. So we had this strong support, and we had this level of demand which held several times, It held once, it held twice, it held thrice, and then it broke finally. So this was an area where um, there could have been a trading opportunity, but unfortunately, that trading opportunity did not go in our favor, and the prices did breach the level of demand. Now we have a new level of supply, which is right at this juncture over here, drop-based drop. So again, any move to the upside into this area will again force the Bank Nifty to move further down. And what we might see coming in the few days is that we might see, in case if there is a strong bearish pressure coming in, we could see 45,600 levels being tested again. All right. So not a great scenario at the moment right now for both the indices, but we have to just wait and watch to see how this plays out. All right. Let's move on to the Sensex now. And more or less on the Sensex also, we see a very, very similar picture. Um, However, uh, I just want to make a note over here. If you go to the weekly chart of Sensex, and if I go ahead and mark this level of demand on the weekly level of Sensex, so this weekly level has also breached on Sensex. So usually what happens is that sometimes some levels tend to hold on other indices, some levels tend to break on other indices. But in this case, we have had a clear break of this demand level also on the Sensex, which means that there is a possibility now that both Sensex and the Nifty will try to retest these weekly supply levels before taking the next direction, either to the downside or to the upside. So the same way, the Sensex is also behaving more or less like the Nifty. And as you can clearly see here, this was the level of support on the Sensex. We had a breach. Now we are again going back and reversing to probably retest those levels of broken support as resistance. And this is going to be that level of supply from 77,891 to 78,517. So in case if price comes back here, we might see another strong selling pressure, and that might bring prices all the way down towards this level of demand, which is 75,309 to 74,411. So this is how we perceive how the chart will behave on the basis of demand and supply. Now let's move on to the Nifty heavyweight. Let's start off with Reliance first. Let me change this to NSP. So Reliance is actually holding up pretty strongly. If you can see, this level of demand has been there on my chart uh, since quite a few days. So 1,200 to 1,187, this is a level that Reliance has been holding pretty strongly. Right now, 1234.70 is the current market price. But right now on the price chart, Reliance is suggesting that it is more in a sideways move. So we might expect to see Reliance to be range bound between 1300 to 1335 supply and between 1200 to 1187 demand. Okay, let's move on now to HDFC Bank. Let's see what HDFC Bank is. So let's start off with the monthly chart on HDFC Bank. So as you can clearly see, HDFC Bank did close above the all-time high, but now it is more or less retracing back and retracing back pretty strongly. That's also one of the reasons why Bank Nifty is also moving in a more of a bearish way. Today we have had a um, slight uptick or rather a gap up on HDFC Bank. But however, now there are these new levels of supply which are created. So the first level of supply, which is pretty evident on the chart, is this area over here. This is drop-based drop. This is an area which has removed an opposing level of demand over here. So 1690 to 1723 is the first level. And then you have the level on top, which is this area over here, which is also broken significant amount of demand. So it's again not going to be an easy passage for HDFC Bank to move to the upside because there are these two obstacles which will stop moving it to the upside. But in case if the price does come and hit this level, then we expect another move to the downside, and probably we expect to see prices retesting the 1600 levels once again. So 1580 to 1547 is going to be a crucial level of demand on HDFC Bank right above, around this consolidation, so on and so forth. All right. Okay, so pretty much, guys, this is it from me for this week. I hope you all enjoyed the analysis. Trade safe, trade well, and if you do like our analysis, do subscribe to our Share Khan Education channel on YouTube, and do give your valuable comments in the comment section. All the best, everyone. See you all next week. Take care. Bye-bye.
This should not be treated as a recommendation. Please conduct your own analysis or consult a financial advisor before investing.